They've managed to start this sweep out on the western edge. They're looking to control the high ground now. They've got 7 eliminations. Sure, Falcons rack up the Baker's dozen with 13 now, but IWNRX still have plenty more to go, and they're in a better position.
Team Falcons with 13 eliminations.
Okay.
How are they still up? Now Top starting to shoot up the hill. He gets that knock. That buys his team enough time to just start moving. These guys are just too good. It is really IWNRX's game to lose at this point. They have so much real estate here, but they gotta stop the Falcons.
Another nade, gonna do a lot of damage, doesn't quite get the knock over towards Frozen, and he's got that first aid off as well. Keeps him alive for a little bit longer. Swain's there for the backup.
Gotta hit it.
Strafing back and forth, and finally the Falcons fall to IWNRX. 8 eliminations. TJB, I believe, had some third-party action going in over that way to keep the suppression up. That compound for TJB, I said it before, was all important, but it is IWNRX. I mean, do you need any more of an indication as to who's gonna win this one? You can't predict anybody but IWNRX on this.
Hey, you know what? IWNRX just got this game on a silver platter. They should win this 100% of the time. If they lose, it is 100% on them. So let's see what ends up happening. Last few stragglers trying to soak up some points. Good to see Mad Bulls making it here towards the end. But with that blue zone coming, that is all she wrote.
TJB holding the north side, the cross attempt from Twisted Minds. They are trying to make it work, but Ratto Boy cannot make his way across. Wasn't able to scurry his way on through, and now TJB have to leave. IWNRX have a shooting gallery, all of those ducks trying to hop out the barrel, and it's just not going to work, Hot Jukes.
They better hop out quick because GK first. Oh, we're trying to get a critical knock to make something happen for his squad, but IWNRX, they got that barrel locked down.
It is not an easy time. Only longs for TJB, and IWNRX, they channel the force that they were able to exert in their final match of the group stages. They play with a gifted circle towards the end, and that is how you want to close it down.
Two knocks onto them. Was that brute force? It was. Pre-pod started to make some noise.
That is huge pickup for Brute Force. On the eastern side, they now have an excellent crossfire to push across this open slope to play against COG Osaka. That's completely changed the cadence of this circle. With Neos going down, though, it is all up to Prepod. He can't push down this hill. He cannot get this res. With the AWM in hand as well. He's challenging it? You kidding? He's going to have heard that one. That should back him off.
Let's see what happens. Pandem, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Starting to snake their way on in. Let's see if they already get sidelines. Oh, Apollo actually gets beat up quite a bit there. I'm not sure if he wants to peek that one again. But now they know where he is, so let's see if this nade is able to connect. I think this is his last one. Yep, that was the last nade he had. And it is gone, not able to connect. It is anyone's game here. Team Pandem, been so quiet, just picking up every elimination they can.
Neos making that death crawl right now, trying to get back to Prepod to get the res.
This is the 9th circle, folks. It's about to go to nothing, and that is that player from Brute Force gone. Only one remaining player, and it's the IGL Prepod. What can you do?
I mean, he already had that impact, taking half of CAG Osaka down.
He sees him.
He sees him. He's going to step up. Looks for the spray. That's one. Going down. Will look for the flush, but he's dropping out wide and into the sidelines of CAG Osaka. A 1 versus 2. I don't think it's there. The orb isn't even necessary, as that's going to go through to Apollo with the DBS. Hang on a minute. Who's got the sniper? Someone check him. It's going to be Pandem now in a 1 versus 2. There's now Naoto. Is going to try and hold it down. They have the inside track, and the nade is enough. Apollo burns bright. And CAG Osaka hold it down. It got dicey there with half of their players going out, but they keep it under control. Cool Cop
time too, because they're not going to be able to get that res.
A little bit slow on the hop up onto the windowsill means that he can't flush on the rest of them. There's a knock sent back to Swain, and Besiktas Black need to move.
Oh,
the circle is closing. The flush looks to come through onto Flower, kind able to do a lot more work onto the backlines. Besiktas trying to cross, and TJB are slowing them down in the meantime. All teams fighting now. TJB with the high ground ridgeline, and Kine goes down as well. GK first holds it out for TJB.
Tospic gets the nade and another knock. So you can see two of these teams focusing on to TJB. Those are the easy eliminations ahead of them. GK first does make it to the tree. And now we see Besiktas Black start to throw some nades towards IWNRX. But so far, the pressure is off. They have so much coverage. Let's see what Tospic can do. Can he hit another huge nade here? Second thoughts. He waits for it.
As it stands, I'm giving it to TJB. On the outside here, Besiktas have to mount in a single line. IWNRX are there as well. The ridgeline is there. The blue zone's going to push these buildings out, and you have to jump into dangerous positions. A forward break for them, and GK first nearly goes down. He doesn't have any first aids, but Swain has to leave this roof soon. Tospic stands up, doesn't get the spray down. TJB just need to hold out for just moments longer, and they'll have it. Kine up to the wall. GK first goes down, and Swain still in the building, able to do so much damage to them on the backlines. It's all up to Longs, but Besiktas have a shout as well. zewolf pushes in. IWNRX trying to move on through, find a second chicken dinner on the day, and turn their fate around in the survival stage. Tospic holding on for dear life downhill, but it's only going to burn hotter and hotter as IWRX send out wide. Two players on the sidelines though, and they're lining them up. One more player to go, and Poser's there. TJB all the while holding out for just a moment longer. Swain now with an all to do, and IWNRX put a second match on the board.
Are you kidding me? They are gonna rocket launch up the leaderboards. They're already in first place.
The Falcons looking to put up big points this match.
The Rock'em Sock'em rope. Oh, there we go. That's going to take the head clean off. The nade's on target, but it's again an opportunity to counter back. Nurzed on the peak, good for one. There's a trade from Havlik, but he's so low. He can't seize the opportunity that's been presented to him. He's got to drop back down, go for the quick pick-me-up, see if he can actually save old boy with the zone nipping at their heels and the paranoia about the peak from Falcons.
DRX cleaved in half. The great axe coming through from both Falcons and the Moneymakers at the same time. Can't feel too good about that one. Look at that, they retreat immediately back into their buildings. The confidence just isn't there, Jackie. They realize these warehouses are way, way too exposed. Falcons will finish off Old Boy and get the flush on it. Nurzed goes down, 2 players now for Falcons, just the one on Moneymakers. They have held on for so long here, but the knuckles starting to go white in the grip.
And they might lose their grip on things if it carries on like this. If Havlik can do something huge, bit of a risky peek on the side as well, but he gets in the building, avoids the potential timeline where he goes down without even getting close to causing problems. Quick switching his way through the weapons, calling in for the backup. They know they need to find their way through this house. Shotgun up top, biding their time for the peek. You got nades raining down on you as well. They're looking lost in the clutch, lost in the fight right now.
For DRX, though, this is bad news. The circle is pushing in. Havlik somehow keeping things alive for so long, but it will be DRX to come in and finish that one off. You got QXE over the top, a big task ahead of them.
This is what it all goes down to then. Can one man make a difference? Can it all be on him for Falcons to clutch it out? Or will DRX complete their legacy and take the win on this one? Grab themselves not only the elims, but the points for the chicken dinner as they find it and shut down the Falcons in second place. A chicken dinner for DRX.
A really huge gain there for DRX as well, because they were far down the rankings. Things started at the end of this one. It's been tough to hold on, but now they have a playing chance. Nice airburst, but not quite enough. There's one coming through now from zewolf as he steps out of the way of this one. Looks pretty on target. Freezer just on the other side.
Inflicting chip damage. The shrapnel starting to connect. Meanwhile, brute force priming nades once again as well. They're throwing them back. Molotov casting it more awkward for them, but it's a nice nade that buys time. That one's going to be huge to actually play medic, get his teammate back up, but everyone else is sniffing the blood that's in the water, and they start to dive their way in. IWNRX, they go full aggro, dial up the temple, and they go going in. Look at the amount of damage you're starting to find off the back of this now, and causing so many issues with the fragmented brute force that you can pump bullets into them.
Freeze is in a desperate position. Good molly actually sent into the ditch there, but he's got so much to deal with as CAG Osaka have had eyes on towards them for so long. D plus Kia go down. That's from Lewis on Besiktas, has been hiding out in the trees. Out comes Freezer though, the one-man wonder, the rookie.
He's making plays, making money in these situations. IWNRX trying to stand strong, trying to see if they can fight back, but in the constant clash that goes on, we see them go down. More squads being ripped to pieces, and right now you look at the head count. 3 players alive for CAG Osaka. They take a heavy hit onto one of them, but you've got the manpower advantage. If they can play this one out, they could get themselves a huge chicken dinner.
Brute force, goodness me, Freezer puts them on ice in that situation. IWNRX getting a little bit too hot for their boots. Lewis with the big gun. Looking to take down CAG Osaka, get a bit too close. Now, things maybe open up to Freezer, but he's going down. Unfortunate there. Now just between Lewis and Osaka. Nice Molotov, might be the end of him. He's set in flames, and it will be Osaka to take that one. They've had a fantastic day. Spirit, on the other hand, it would mean a slim chance tomorrow.
The potential, that's what they're playing for. A chance, an opportunity. Twisted Minds, in a similar kind of vein, looking to move up. They know who the real target is, who the real problem is. It's Tongjia Bao, lurking down, trying to play on this 2 elevation split. 1 player with the DBS right below here. Obscure, focusing more so on the backside in case there's a cheeky peek up. Nades raining down from the rest of the teammates as well. Spirit don't want to overcommit until they can guarantee themselves a good opportunity to take the fight. A little bit of chip damage done. Somewhat low here. If they go for the drop down, Obscure, the sheer rate of fire he could have, he could clean his way through that man. But they get the heals back off, playing with the smokes. There's the nade up. Obscure taking a little bit of damage. Spirit thinking maybe we can move in on this. We'll throw the nades round the side.
This is a good corral from Team Spirit. Might open things up. The drop down comes through. There's the DBS shot. Immediately though, what's this? 1 player from Team Spirit is down. Just 2 remain, and Twisted Minds might have nailed this one.
Looks like they're in good stead for it. Tongjia Bao relying on just the DBS's stopping power. Slug after slug is all they can rely on. Kitsune and what remains of Spirit, the brothers in arms, can they stand strong against Twisted Minds that are turning the needle? Looking like they want to shut this one down. They've been in the driving seat for so long throughout the flow of this game, and they want to make sure they're the ones that get the glory at the end of the day. They're looking for the drop on it. Obscure, deciding if it's the right time to go. Molotov's over the edge, putting so much pressure on them. They've got the better angle to play with, but they're forced to drop down. This is when problems could arise. Kitsune recoiling further back. Tongjia Bao out of commission. The elevated ground still working for Twisted Minds. Drop down with a shotty, unloading with the buck, looking to commit onto it.
Kitsune, no! Isn't able to do it! A perfect drop from Twisted Minds though, dude, onto the elevated ground. They had a plan. And this mine was not twisted. They had it straight